Hi guys, today's video is a request from one of my subscribers and I was asked to show how I make my fondant flowers. In this tutorial I am going to use this one silicone mold which comes with a cutter, but I will also show you how you can use this one mold with different cutters, which means you will get different kind of flowers using just one silicone mold. So these are the other cutters that I will be using. Make sure that your fondant that you're using is not too soft, so you can add a little bit of icing sugar to it, or you can add a little bit of phthalo powder to it to get it to the right consistency so that it's not too soft. Otherwise the flowers will just fall apart. Then you want to roll out the fondant quite thin and start cutting out the flowers. So first I'm using the cutter that comes with the mold, and I will show you what kind of flowers it makes. So I brush the mold with a little bit of icing sugar and cornstarch mix, and then I just make sure that I place the flower in the middle of the mold. And then you want to press the two pieces together very well. And here you can see how the flower will look. With this mold you are able to make 3D flowers, so they are not just these flat flowers that you will get using a cutter, but it gives this nice real look to the flowers because you get the flower veins there and they get the 3D shape as well. And then I'm using this pointy flower cutter. I'm actually not sure how it's called, so I will check that out and I will link this in the description box. All the details on the cutters and the tools that I'm using can be found in the description box. With this flower, you just want to be sure that you place the flower right in the mold so that each of the petals reaches each of the point of the mold, like I'm doing here. And then again you want to press it together and you get a beautiful flower. Actually, to be honest, I like these ones more than the original cutter that comes with the mold. I don't know, I just like these much more. And since it came in a set of 3, I'm going to show you the different sizes. If you're having hard time removing the flowers from the mold, just help a little bit with a toothpick or with this kind of a small spatula. Now this is the middle of the 3, and then I'm also using this regular, I think this is the most used flower cutter for fondant flowers. So I'm just gonna show you what kind of flower that also gives. And then a wild card is this star cutter that I thought I would give a try when I was first using this mold. And I really like this little flowers, so I'm gonna show you how they turn out as well. So this one gives a nice flower as well. It looks pretty much the same as the original one, but the petals are not as pointy. So when you're making the flowers from the stars, you want to place it into this part of the mold and make sure it is exactly in the middle, because it's so small you really need to make sure it's in the middle. And carefully close it and again press to get the shape. And here you can see how little these flowers are, but I still think they're really cute. And you get different sized flowers, so it gives a nice look to a cake or cupcakes or cookies that you might be making using the fondant flowers. Then you want to allow the flowers to dry, so I made some on previous day that I will be decorating today. I'm using dry edible paint and I'm using it dry, so I'm using it as it is. I will link again the products below so you can see the details for the equipment that I'm using. So you just want to take a little bit of the powdered color at a time and then start brushing it on the flower. And then just keep on adding depending on how deep you want the color to be and how deep you want the shades to be. Also, what you can do is you can add a lighter color and brush it up to the petals, and then you can add a darker color in the middle. So it kind of gives even more shape and even more real feel to the flower. And here you can get really creative. You can keep the flowers all white and then just brush some color on them with the dry paint, or you can make different colored flowers, so use different colored fondant and then add some structure to them with the dry paint. So whichever way you like. If I'm absolutely honest with you, I must admit that this one with just plain white and yellow is my favorite one. I just think it looks really pretty. It's very simple, but it still looks very pretty. If you have any additional questions that I didn't cover in this tutorial, please feel free to ask me in the comments and I will be happy to help you. If you like this tutorial and if you found it helpful, please don't forget to leave me a like and subscribe for more tutorials and delicious recipes. If you have any suggestions on what I should do or make from fondant, please feel free to suggest in the comments below. Thank you for watching my video. Bye bye until next time.